Hi there, this is Ranjit, and in this video we'll be doing the unboxing and have a first look at this Redmi Y2. And if you recall, the Redmi Y1 was launched last year and it was a selfie-centric smartphone. And even on this one, the front-facing camera is a 16 megapixel shooter, but now they have added a dual rear-facing camera to this. And in fact, they also said that they have improved the build quality. And also now this Redmi Y2 is having a more powerful processor. If I recall, the Redmi Y1 had a Snapdragon 435 chipset, but this is going to come with a Snapdragon 625, and this is the 3GB RAM variant that comes with 32GB of internal storage. There'll also be one more variant that comes with 4GB of RAM that will have 64GB of internal storage. Again, regarding the pricing, I'll have the links in the description area. So let's quickly open this up. So it says Redmi Y2, and definitely it looks a lot more premium. It's in the new 18:9 aspect ratio. As you can say, it's a 16 megapixel AI camera. So though it has a single camera, it looks like they'll have bokeh portrait mode because it's using AI, and also has a LED selfie light. 12 and a 5 megapixel at the back, and a 5.99-inch screen. So let's just take this out, also this back. And in fact, it now closely resembles to the Redmi Note 5 Pro from the back. Here have the Redmi Note 5 Pro, not exactly, but as you can see, the camera placement is actually similar. And right away I can say that the build quality is a lot better compared to the Redmi Y1. The Redmi Y1's build quality was average, so definitely they have worked on the build quality. But anyways, we'll look at this device later. Let's see what else do we get in the box. So looks like we have a case in this and some paperwork, user guide and all those things. I'll just keep that to the side. Let's look at the case, and it's nice to see that all vendors are actually bundling a TPU case. So this is what you get, and if you place it here, it looks like this. So this is what you're getting. So nice to see that they have bundled this one. And apart from that, standard USB cable, it will be a micro USB. SIM ejector tool is over here, and we also have a power brick, which I believe is a normal power brick. That's a 5-volt 2-amp power brick in the box. So that's what you get, nothing else. So let me keep these things to the side and let's look at the handset itself. So here is the handset itself, and let me give you a physical overview. On the top we have a 3.5mm headphone jack. We also have a IR blaster, secondary noise cancellation microphone, and volume rockers and power on off button. The back is metallic, as you can see, and on the bottom we have two vents, but I think so one will be the speaker, and this is the micro USB port that will be used for charging, and this is the SIM tray. Let's look at the configuration of the SIM tray and this one, and let's open that up. So nice to see that you're getting a dedicated micro SD card slot, so you can expand the storage using a SD card and two nano SIM slots. So nice to see that configuration in this one. And moving towards the back, we have that dual camera setup and the fingerprint scanner, and we also have the Mi branding here at the bottom. And let me just boot it up, and by the time it actually boots up, I'll give you the specs. But before that, here is a word from the sponsor of this video, that is Cashify.in. Are you looking to buy this device or any other smartphone? Then sell your old mobile and laptops on Cashify.in to unlock the best market price. Check out Cashify.in to encash your phone in less than 60 seconds. Regarding the configuration, this Redmi Y2 is having a 5.99-inch screen in the 18:9 aspect ratio, but it's a HD plus screen. That means 720p plus. It's powered by the Snapdragon 625 chipset, which is an octa-core processor. Comes with Adreno 506 GPU. It comes in two variants. 3GB of RAM comes with 32GB of internal storage, and 4GB of RAM comes with 64GB of internal storage. Moving to the rear-facing camera, it's a dual camera setup with 12 megapixel and 5 megapixel that will be used for depth sensing, and the front facing camera is a 16 megapixel shooter with a front facing flash. So guys, I've just finished setting up this device. So as you can see, typical Mi UI that you're getting with this one, and yes, it has that IR Blaster and it has that Mi Remote app, and also some Microsoft apps are actually pre-installed. And this is the base variant, guys, 3GB RAM variant that comes with 32GB of internal storage. So let's see under the hood what you get, and as you can see, it's downloading some stuff. And if we go over here, and if we go to about the phone, as you can see, it's running out of the box with Android version 8.1. So that's a nice thing. We're getting Oreo out of the box, so that's nice. And Android security patch is for May. That's also a good thing. And MIUI version is 9.5 on this one, as you can see. So that's what you're getting. And it's a Snapdragon 625 clocked at 2 GHz says. RAM is 3 GB. And out of the 32GB, you get about 22 GB of internal storage that's available to you. So that's what you're getting with this one. And again, typical MIUI that you're going to get. And already looks like it has found some updates. I will update it later on. But again, if you've used MIUI, it's very familiar. And also, though it's having that 5.99-inch screen, it's not heavy. The weight distribution has been done very well on this phone. It doesn't feel that heavy. And as you can see, the fingerprint scanner is also very responsive on this. As you can see, you click and it unlocks. It's sometimes taking half a second. As you can see, I noticed that. But yeah, the fingerprint scanner is not bad at all. And I was worried how will be the screen quality. Let's just look at something. We have nothing over here. So Google Apps and all these things. Because it's a 720p HD plus screen, not a full HD plus, guys. That's something that you got to remember. So yeah, but it looks okay. It's not very what do you say, ugly or bad. As you can see, this is text, but yeah, it's not a 1080p full HD plus screen. It's a 720p that is HD plus screen that you're getting, but the viewing angles are decent enough on this one. So the biggest thing about this one is that now it's coming with the Snapdragon 625 chipset. So indirectly, I would say it's competing with its own brother. I would say the Redmi Note 5, because the Redmi Note 5 also is similar, Snapdragon 625. Yeah, it has slightly better screen quality, but that does not have the dual camera setup. This one has the dual camera setup. So let's look at the camera on this one and see what Xiaomi has done. So remember photo location, I'll just enable that. So you have this regular photo mode. As you can see, tap to focus is there, and we also have this portrait mode. The secondary camera is going to use this information to get the portrait mode, and it is actually zooming a little bit, guys, and that depth effect is there. So yeah, as you can see, I took this shot, and the nice thing is even in this depth effect, we don't have a delay when you're shooting. So as you can see, this is the depth effect shot, and this is the regular shot. So you have that option. For example, we had this option even in the Redmi Note 5 Pro, so they have brought it down to this one. Obviously, we have the video mode and other modes. For example, if you look at the video mode, let's go over here. Let's go to the settings. I want to see video, what's the max they give. It's full HD, that is 1080p, no 4K on this one. So that's what you're getting regarding the video. And photos are 12 megapixel. Let's now look at the front facing camera, because again, Y2 means selfie oriented, and as you can see, just took a snap without any issues. And even we have the portrait mode with the front facing camera. Oh no, it's just gone back. If I did that, this is a bug maybe. I just moved to the back camera when I hit the portrait mode, and go back. Let's try that. So portrait I'm hitting is just going to the back camera. So this is surprising. This might be a bug, guys, but let's try this. If I use this one, you get the depth effect using this one, and as you can see, it is doing that background blur even with the front facing camera. Let me do one thing, guys. Let me actually take some sample shots with this device so that you have a better idea regarding the camera performance. So here are some of the sample shots taken with the rear facing camera of this Redmi Y2 in artificial lighting conditions in my office. And here are some very quick sample shots in outdoor lighting conditions. And again, here are some other sample shots with the front facing camera of the Redmi Y2 in normal mode. And here I enabled that portrait mode with the front facing camera. And again, some very quick samples in artificial lighting with the front facing camera. So guys, that's it for now for this quick unboxing and first look at this Redmi Y2. So what do you think about this Redmi Y2? Let me know in the comment section your thoughts about the same. And if you have any other specific questions around this device, do post your questions in the YouTube comment section below and I'll try to include them in my full review. This is Ranjit and I hope to see you in my next video. Take care guys.